Alright, so let's talk about Old Master Q. So, this is a movie from Hong Kong, um, based on a Hong Kong comic. Um, Started in the 60s, and I guess it continued for a couple more decades. But yeah, this is an adaptation of the comics. Um, so it's about the titular old Master Q, aka Mr. Funny Bone. That's his name in some. Well, the movie they made, or there was a movie that came out a few years before this that was named Mr. Funny Bone, and well, anyway, so Old Master Q is this old, rather incompetent martial arts, fighter master guy. I guess he's a master, but not a particularly, wise master. And, but, he can throw down with some thugs and all that. Let's see, he's got two, sidekick characters. Big Potato, this short, overweight guy, and who apparently has a really tough, hard head. And Mr. Chin, this, according to this Wikipedia page, he's an ordinary Joe. Let's see. So I guess he's not like a. I don't know if he's like supposed to be a martial arts master or not. I think he's like. Or yeah, I know like nothing about this comic, obviously, but the plot of the movie is essentially just, Master Q getting into a bunch of shenanigans. At one point he gets, threatened into, helping this bad guy rob this bank or something. Can't even remember what they were robbing, but along the way they get arrested and thrown in jail, and then there's there's a whole plot of them breaking out of jail, and then other than that, I guess the main plot is he becomes mentor to this Bruce Lee knockoff character. Obviously, these Bruce Lee copies were pretty popular, and I guess throughout Asia in the 70s, 80s, etc. I guess it even continued into the 90s with certain fighting games and stuff like Fei Long from Street Fighter, and martial law from Tekken. But anyway, the Bruce Lee guy, who knows, he might even be Bruce Lee. He basically whoops Master Q's butt in a fight, and then he agrees to take Master Q in as, his apprentice. And then along the way, while Master Q is learning various things, he gets into. Well, at one point he gets into a fight with these two fighters from another dojo or something, and then Bruce Lee basically signs him and Big Potato up for this martial arts tournament. And, the climax at the end is, you know, uh, Q and Potato taking part in the tournament, and, they get in a fight with the same thugs that Master Q got into, trouble with. Their leader is the guy who he got arrested with, trying to rob the bank, and then there's this guy who he got in a fight with early in the movie at this restaurant, and then they also have this dumb muscle character. But yeah, in terms of plot, there's not a whole lot going on. It's a bunch of like little little situations, and there's a subplot that doesn't go anywhere about him trying to hit on this lady, Miss Chan. And, according to Wikipedia here, she's the love interest, and yet she's apparently also a narcissistic gold digger. And yeah, seems to fit her character pretty well. She's, she can get pretty abusive, although, yeah, no, it's not without occasionally deserving it she beats up Master Q here and there, and, it's not without him, like, deserving it now and then. Sometimes he doesn't, but, yeah. Typical anime romance. Let's see. Trying to remember what else. In the tournament, there's this kid fighter, and he's obviously one of the tougher characters in the movie. This kind of reminds me of that, what was it, Legend of Chinese Gods or something, and, in that movie, they also had a Bruce Lee knockoff who's, like, by far the toughest character in the movie, and then I guess one of the tougher characters, if not, like, the second toughest, was, like, this kid. In Chinese Gods, it was, what's his name, Neza or whatever. He's pretty famous figure from Chinese folklore, and I did review a movie about him, and apparently there's been one or two popular movies about this character that they released. But anyway, getting off topic, I'm not sure if the kid in this movie is supposed to be based on any famous figures or anything, or... Well, anyway, once again, the Bruce Lee character basically saves the day at the end, because the movie literally ends with him beating up all the bad guys single-handedly, and then he wins the tournament. Or at least that's the version I watched. Apparently there's, like, other cuts of this movie, and, I don't know a whole lot about these other cuts. Apparently there were, like, deleted scenes that I didn't see. Let's see. I don't even know if the Bruce Lee character was in every version of this, so yeah, I don't even know. The only version I was able to find was on YouTube, and, it was pretty crappy picture quality, especially with the subtitles. There were no, like, the button on YouTube videos where you can turn on subtitles, or at least certain ones. Yeah, this didn't have that option. Instead, I had to, like, read the very blurry, bright white subtitles, and I could barely even read them much of the time. Like, I was able to read enough to, like, get the gist of the story, or, relatively speaking, the story. Yeah, the relative story. So I could at least follow what was going on, but yeah, it was very frustrating trying to read the subtitles. It's like that Austin Powers movie where, they have the joke with the subtitles in front of, like, white objects, and it looks like the guy's saying a bunch of dirty stuff. I don't know if I've mentioned that before in another video or something, but yeah, greatly reminded me of that. But yeah, aside from the crappy picture quality, I mean, the movie had its moments. It was entertaining in places. It had a bunch of, unique, colorful characters. Let's see. There was some moderately amusing slapstick here and there. Yeah, it's just that the story wasn't very put together, and, I guess that's not really what they were going for. They were just trying to, you know, adapt the comics or something. But yeah, this was interesting at the very least. And apparently there are two more Master Q movies coming up, in the near future, within the next 2 years. So, yeah, I'll be sure to, look out for those. Hopefully they'll be better made than this one was. It wasn't bad, just, yeah, a little kind of flawed. Some dumb humor throughout. But yeah, it was alright. I mean, so before I get to my final thoughts, I mean, oh yeah, the animation looked pretty good, at least for, a slightly low budget Chinese film, or, Hong Kong. Hong Kong's in China, so whatever. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I can't really think of much else to say. It was, yeah. In the end, I think I'm just going to go ahead and give this movie a 6 out of 10. And, would I recommend it? Maybe if, you're into, like, goofy, kung fu slapstick, or if you're a fan of the character, the comics, whatever. I don't know. Otherwise, I don't know. But yeah, it wasn't bad. So yeah, as usual, if there's anything I feel I need to add, I'll put it in the comments. And, yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and leave it at that for now. Mash it and smash it, signing off.